Devotional. His grace is sufficient. 2 Corinthians 12 verse 9. And he said to me, My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore I will gladly boast rather in my weaknesses, that the power of Christ may rest upon me. In a world that values self-reliance and strength, it can be hard to accept that weakness also has a purpose. However, in this verse, the Apostle Paul reminds us that it is precisely in our weakness that God's power is most powerfully manifested. 1. God's grace is sufficient. No matter how great our burden, God's grace is more than enough to sustain us. His grace not only forgives us, but enables us to face any difficulty with confidence. 2. God glorifies Himself in our weakness. When we feel weak and incapable, God invites us to depend completely on Him. Instead of relying on our limited strength, we can lean on His unlimited power. 3. The right attitude to weakness. Paul does not complain about his weakness, but rejoices in it because he knows it is an opportunity to experience the power of Christ. Instead of being discouraged by our limitations, we can see them as an opportunity for God to glorify Himself. Practical applications. 1. Surrender your burdens to God. Don't try to face difficulties alone. Ask God to strengthen you with His grace in every situation. 2. Accept your weaknesses with humility. Don't see your limitations as an obstacle, but as an opportunity for God to show Himself powerful in your life. 3. Depend on the power of Christ. Instead of relying on your own strength, learn to depend completely on God in prayer and fellowship with Him. Conclusion. Our weakness is not a handicap when we are in Christ. It is an opportunity to experience His grace and power in a profound way. No matter how great the trial, His grace will always be sufficient to sustain us and carry us forward.